You're watching the POCO F3 Disassembly. If you need any tools, there are links in the description. First, the SIM tray needs to be removed. Next, you need to use a hairdryer or a heat gun to apply heat to the back plate so you can loosen up the adhesive underneath, and then you're going to use a plastic pry tool to pry the back plate off. So here's a look at the back plate, and it is glass, so there's no flex to it. There are 18 Phillips screws which need to be removed. Once the screws are removed, the top plastic cover can be removed. But be careful before removing the top cover, there's a cable attached underneath which needs to be disconnected. Taking a look at this cover, you have your NFC antenna located over here. You also have antenna lines, which are these light gray lines on this plastic piece. And your LED flash is located right here. And here you have a look at the other side. Now it's time for the battery cable to be disconnected. Once the battery cable is disconnected, we can proceed to disconnect the rest of the cables. There is some graphite film over here, which helps transfer heat. We can go ahead and peel that off. Now it's time for the rest of the cables to be disconnected. Just to note, the front-facing camera is glued in. There are two wire cables over here in the corner which need to be disconnected. Now the main board can be removed. Taking a better look at the main board, the 48 megapixel main camera is located over here on top, the 8 megapixel ultra wide lens is over here, and the 5 megapixel tele macro lens is on the bottom. Those cameras can be disconnected from the main board by just popping off the connectors. There's also a secondary microphone located over here on top, and there's a copper tape over here over the shield. Once that's peeled back, there are a few thermal pads over here on top of the chips. On the back side, the IR blaster is located over here on top. There's also some thermal paste and a copper tape over here on top of the back shields. Once that copper tape is peeled back, it reveals a lot of thermal paste on top of the processor, RAM, and memory. Now we need to lift up and remove this black wire cable, and then we can remove the speaker assembly. Looking at the speaker assembly, there's a graphite film over here on this side. There's also an antenna line over here on the plastic. There's a rubber gasket with mesh filter over here, over the opening of the speaker. And here's the speaker itself. Now we can disconnect this flex cable over here, which connects the subboard to the main board. This white wire cable over here needs to be disconnected. Now the subboard can be removed. Your main microphone is located over here, and your charger port is located right here. And here's a look at the other side. Your screen cable is located right here in the corner. When it comes to removing the battery, you have pull tabs over here marked A, B, and A. You're going to peel those off and pry off the battery. Here's a better look at your battery. Once the battery is removed, you can see this flex cable over here, which connects from your main board all the way down here to your SIM reader and memory card reader over here. And that same flex cable also leads to the connector over here, which connects to your screen cable. So your SIM reader over here is a part of this flex cable, which also connects this cable to your screen. And if you need to replace that, you can just peel this whole entire thing off. Your haptic feedback motor is located over here on bottom. And now you can see your copper heat pipe over here with a thermal paste over here on top of it. There's also a large earpiece speaker over here on top. This flex cable over here is for your side mounted fingerprint reader. There's a rubber gasket over here covering them. You can peel them off. And then you would have access to those keys. And one more thing to point out, the flex cable for your proximity sensor is located over here. Now as far as repairability goes on this phone, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Even though there are pull tabs to help you pry off the battery and replace that easily, some of the parts internally will be more difficult or take more time to replace. Now it's time to put the phone back together. Once all your screws are back in place, apply new adhesive and reapply your back plate. Gonna flip over your phone, power it on, and you're done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Thanks again for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.